Guys, online students, please check your audio and video settings, please. Online students, am I audible? Am I visible? Am I loud and clear? That's great. Okay, guys. Yesterday we have discussed about data binding. It's all about writing form data or request data to handler method various types of parameter. How many types of data binding is there? One is form data binding. Form data will be kept in model class object, and that model class object will be made as what? Argument value. What's the second one? Yeah, request params binding. Along with the hyperlink or some other model, if additional request parameters are coming along with the request, so they will be bound to various parameters of the handler method. Various parameters of the handler. Clear, guys? Got the point, my dear? Come on, everyone. Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. But problem with HTML tags based form designing is when you submit the form data, it will go and store into model class object. But if model class object is having any initial values, do you think they reflect in form components? Why? Why? Because in HTML we cannot link with Java code, right? Is there any provision to link with Java objects while designing the form? So that's why if a model class object is having any initial data for properties, can they be reflected to text boxes, guys? Can they be reflected to text boxes? No. That means if you design forms using HTML tag, they don't support two-way data binding. They support only one-way data binding. When you submit the form, data goes to model class object. On the launch of the form page, model class object initial value can we put into the text boxes? Can we put into the form text boxes in any angle, guys? In any angle that is possible, definitely not possible. That's the basic drawback that is there with what? HTML tags based form data designing or form designing. Okay, let me show the problem, guys. I'll take a lot of properties are there. I think address property is also there for what? Who is that fellow? Dancer. Address property is there. Okay, when I launch the form page, by default, I want to get the dancer. When I launch the form page, by default, I want to get the dancer in the text box. If the end user wants to change Hyderabad to Delhi, let it be. But by default, I want to see. So let's see. That's a problem in HTML tag, traditional HTML tag. To overcome that problem, we have to design form pages by using Spring MVC supplied JSP tags. What tags, guys? Spring MVC supplied JSP tags. Clear, my dear? Come on, everyone. Yes, let me launch it. Okay. Land of feel the problem. That's great. Yeah. The same application, boss. Let me open model class of the same application. Where is our one? MVC. Form data binding. Here is what? HTML tags. Okay, here is my, what is there guys? SRC main web app, webinf, pages, dancer underscore, register underscore, form.jsp. There are text boxes. Right. Here is what? Model. This is my dancer.java. Address is what guys? Hyderabad. Address is what guys? Hyderabad. That's great. Fine. Okay. After that, what next guys? Come on everyone. After that, what next? Right click. Right click. Run on server. Not that. I think other day we have taken as a Java application only, right? Yeah. Right click, tell me, run on Java application. Okay, guys. 4041 form data binding application. Okay, register. Am I getting default address Hyderabad here? Not coming. So why? Because traditional HTML tag supports only one-way data bind. When you submit the form tag, okay, because of dispatcher servlet and other component, form data can be stored into what? Model class object. But reverse not possible. Reverse not possible. Is that clear, guys? Come on, everyone. Super. The form designed using traditional HTML tag support only one-way data binding. That means only form submission data goes to model class object, but model class object data does not go to form component as initial values of form component on the launch of form page. Simply on what? Launch of form page. Got it? Super. To solve this problem, design form page by using Spring MVC supplied JSP form tags, which supports two-way binding form submission to model class object. So binding from form submission to two-way binding, form submission to model class object and model class object to form components. Clear guys, got it? It supports two-way binding, right? Okay. Two-way binding, that means, yeah, we can bind data from where guys? Come on. Form submission to model class object to form com. So we have to use Spring MVC supplied JSP tag. That means Spring MVC also giving its own tags now. Giving means it is giving its own tag libraries. Spring MVC is giving JSP tag libraries. Each tag library is having set of tags. Each tag library is having what? Set of tags. JSP tag library is a library where JSP tags are available. Okay, total how many types of JSP tags are available guys? Two types. Number one, generic JSP tag libraries. Number two, form JSP tag libraries. Clear boss? Yeah, these are for general purpose operations, right? Reading values from property file, reading scope data and etc. Regular form JSP tag library. Form for form designing with the support of what? Two-way binding. So total how many tag libraries are there? Two. It is not plural, guys. This is singular only. Okay. Generic JSP tag library. What is there? Generic JSP tag library. Next, what is there, guys? Form JSP tag library. Form JSP tag library. Got it, guys? Come on. Both these JSP tag libraries are part of Spring Boot MVC or Spring Boot MVC module. Every tag library is identified with the tag lib URI, Universal Resource Indicator, URL, URI, both are one and the same. Don't think much, okay? Normal people says URL, but technical people says URI. JSTL core tag library is identified with URL. Okay, similarly, here also JSP tag libraries are there. How many are there? Two are there. Every tag library is identified with its what? Tag lib URI or not. Spring's generic tag library URI is just up to tags, guys. springframework.org/tags. Spring's generic tag library tags are. Generic tag library tags are. What is there? Argument, bind, escape body, eval, as bind errors, HTML escape, message, nested path, param, theme, transform, URL. All these are there or not there, guys? Come on, everyone. Spring's generic tag library tags are. These many are there or not? All these are what? General purpose tags, guys, right? Spring's form tag library URI is. This is what? Form tag library. Everything same, but at the end, what is there, guys? Form is. At the end, what is there, guys? Form is there. Clear? Spring's form tag library tags are. Strings what? Form tag library tags are. So many tags are there. Almost regular form component tags are there. Input for text boxes, hidden for hidden box. Form for form designing, right? And how C is the prefix here, FRM is the recommended prefix, guys. Not compulsory you should use FRM. Any prefix you can take. But when it comes to what? Generic tag library, there also SP is the recommended prefix, not the compulsory you have to use SP. Prefixes are always user. SP here is the custom prefix. Custom prefix. Okay, FRM here is the, what is there? Custom prefix. We can take anything, but this is going to be custom prefix. Right, guys? Come on. Super. If the form page is designed by using Spring supplied JSP form tags, we can perform two-way binding operations. What operations, guys? Two-way. Model class object data to form component as initial values on the launch of what? Form page. Form component values to model class object values on the submission of the form page. Second one is what, guys? On the submission of the form page. Are you getting my point? Model class object data to form component as initial value on the launch of form page. Form component values to model class object, okay, values on the submission of the form page. Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on, everyone. Super. Okay, let's see, guys. So now I'm talking about the two-way binding. That means on the launch of the form page also, model class object has to be created or not. So I will take @model attribute in the handler method that deals with form launching. Earlier we have taken @model attribute in second handler method that deals with what? Form submission. But now I would like to use what? @model attribute annotation Oh, in the handler method that also deals with what, guys? Form launching. Clear, guys? Got the point, my dear? Come on, everyone. Super, guys. Okay, look at this. Public string show form at the rate model attribute stud student st. This is extra, na? This is actually to launch form page. Also look at process student. Okay. Map model attribute stud student. Two times we are taking model attribute na boss. That means we are asking the dispatcher servlet to create model class object during form launching, during form submission. Why, sir? During form launching, if model class object is created, in that model class object, if any default values are there for properties, they can be used as initial values for form component on the launch of the form page or not. They can be used as what? Initial values in the form component on the launch of the form page or not, guys? Say something, my dear. I want reply, guys. Come on. Yeah. Here is my hyperlink, guys. That is A1. We clicked on hyperlink A1. What is this? B1. Dispatcher servlet traps and takes the request. C1. Hand overs the request to handler mapping. Hand overs the request to whom, guys? Handler mapping. Got it, guys? Everyone. Next what? D1. What is D1? It will look for handler method who can take get mode request with the request path register. Get mode request with the request path register. Right, guys? Okay. Signature of the method is gathered here or not, guys? E1. Handler mapping. Next, F1. The signature came here, submits it, get the controller class bean ID. But in the signature, what it observed, guys? At the rate model attribute. Okay, what it will do, you know, it will create model class object. In this model class, what I take and check it out. SADD is equal to Hyderabad is taken, na boss. So here model class object is created F1 G1. Yes, my dear. Come on, everyone. Yeah, model class object is created or not, guys? Only Hyderabad is there. Remaining things are not there. Convinced with me, boss? Come on. Super. Then G1, I1 calls the method. Okay, GH, H1 calls the method having model class object as the argument. Nothing it is doing, guys. It is returning logical view name representing the form component, representing the form page. That is I1. I1 next returns logical view name to dispatcher servlet J1. Okay, J1 is giving me what? View resolver. K1, right? K1. Use the view object. L1. Student underscore register.jsp is the physical view component. Okay. L1. M1. That logical view name has gone to whom, guys? Dispatcher servlet. Execute this one. N1. But this form is designed by using what? Spring MVC supplied tags. Check it out. Tag by URI. URI form is imported. Fix is my choice FRM. Here is H1 tag student registration form, guys. Here is what? H1 tag, which is nothing but student registration form. What do you say, guys? I want reply, boss. Come on, everyone. Okay. FRM colon form action is equal to register. Array form tag only, but prefix is FRM. Method is equal to post. Model attribute is equal to stud. This model attribute is extra, na boss. These are JSP tags. JSP tags can be linked with Java objects or not. What is this stud, my dear? Model attribute name that is created or not, guys? Model attribute name that is representing model class object. What is there? Stud. Stud. So indirectly, this model class object is linked with form base or not, boss? Indirectly, model class object is linked with form base or not? Okay, now I'm going to design text boxes by using Spring MVC supplied JSP tags. What's the specialty of these tags, guys? They can talk with already linked model class object. If any property values are there other than null, they will be taken. Will be used in text boxes as initial values or not? Will be used in text boxes as initial values or not, guys? Okay, check it out. Form designing is over. Next, table regular one. TR, student ID. FRM colon input path is equal to SNO. When I use FRM colon input, no type is specified, means by default text box will come. Here is what? SNO. Here SNO is what? Null. Here null. Null means empty text box will come na, boss. Student name input path is equal to S name. What is S name? Null. Array, you don't look at this. It is already linked with here. Form page, right? Null. Empty text box. Address. Path SADD. What is coming? Hyderabad. Average. Path average, right? Average. Path what? Average. What is coming? 0.0. 0.0. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on. Super or not, guys? Got the point or not? Here null, Hyderabad 0.0. Everyone getting my point? Super. Next one. Input type submit value is equal to what? Resistor. Input type submit value is equal to resistor. Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on, everyone. Super, guys. Come on, everyone. Input type submit value is equal to resistor. Here is my submit button. Okay, but listen carefully. Initial value is coming how much, guys? Hyderabad. That means model class object data is coming in form launch as initial values or not. Here onwards regular story. Okay, now I filled with different values. 1001 Raja, Delhi 90. Extra value. Click on submit button. What is this? What is that? Q1. Generated request goes to action URL R1. Right, boss? Dispatcher servlet trapped and taken the request. Okay, what is there? R1, S1. Hand over the request to handler mapping, P1. Searches for handler method who can take post mode request with the slash register. U1. In that process, it gathers the signature of the method having two parameters, right? This is a regular boring one, right? After that signature goes to handler mapping, V1. That signature goes to what? Dispatcher servlet, W1, right, guys? That signature goes to what? Dispatcher servlet. What is there, guys? W1. Are you understanding my statement, boss? That signature goes to dispatcher servlet, W1, right? Okay, after that, what is the next thing, guys? Okay, W1, right? After that, what is the next story, guys? After that, what is the next one? Dispatcher servlet, observe. Two parameters in the signature. One is map. Map means shared memory is created. Empty one, initially empty one. Next, model class object, right? Model class object, that is X1, guys. In this X1, form data will be bound to model class object or not. Initially empty, later form data is bound. Right. Then both objects are ready. It will call the handler method y1. Okay, guys. Okay. Now I'm writing some business logic for testing purpose. Okay, first class or second class or all this stuff, right? So that result I kept in shared memory or not, guys. Then we are returning logical view name. So this logical view name goes to dispatcher servlet, guys. Z1, A2, next one, A2, B2, A2, B2, C2 like this. This logical view name goes to what? View resolver, C2. View object having show underscore result dot JSP as what? Physical view component. So that physical view component goes to what? View object goes to dispatcher servlet. Okay, that is D2, E2. Next. To underscore result dot JSP executes, guys. There we are displaying the result. Come on. And we click on hyperlink. It is reading boss. Okay. From there, control goes to dispatch servlet. From there, it will display the web page. But second part is same. Only first part is improvised a little bit or not, guys. Second part is same. Only first part is implemented or not, guys. But that one, only one improvisation, two improvisations you have to do. Improve the handler method signature, that is using which we are launching the form page. Number one. Number two. Design the form page by using what? Spring MVC supplied tags. What tags, guys? Spring MVC supplied JSP tags. So I'm not touching this, guys. I will take this one as it is, my dear. Copy this, paste it. Here is what? Process 7. Form data binding using what? Spring MVC JSP tags. Spring MVC J. No need of adding extra jars. The tags related process code is there. In what? In the JSP itself, right? Okay. Boot MVC process 07, form data binding, Spring MVC JSP tags, right, guys? Sir, if attribute name is not there, then what to take as attribute name in form colon input tag? I'm not getting it. Somesh Pandey, what you want to ask? Tell me what attribute is not there. Path is acting as a name now, boss. You lost that much connectivity here. Path is acting as a name now. You have missed that one totally. That's why when I'm teaching, stop thinking parallelly. Path name and property name should match na. Path name and property name should match. And my dear dirty fellow, stop doing parallel practicals. How did you know name attribute is not there? That means are you doing parallel practical without listening class? Stop doing that nonsense. You are not so busy to do practicals after class. All bad practices will happen now. FRM colon FRM. Attribute name is equal to stud. Dirty fellow, that is model attribute. What is that? Model attribute. Why it will not be there if you use form tag properly, right? But this is not HTML form tag. This is what? Spring MVC supplied form tag. Waste fellow. Somesh Panda, I request you people not to do practical without listening completely. I know you are thinking that it is HTML form tag. No, it is Spring MVC supplied what? JSP supplied tags. Luckily name is matching, that's it. Luckily name is matching. Apart from that, nothing, boss. Okay, let it be, boss. Stop this. We have taken copy of it here. Yeah. Definitely we have taken copy of it, right? Here are my what? Properties. Next. Here is my what? Here are my properties. Tell me next one. Here are my properties. Web project settings won't be there because we have somehow taken it as a jar file. So no need of taking context path. Okay, right? Because it is still copy as copy of the standalone web application. Right? Okay. Now I'll just go to main class here. Where is this? 07. What is there? 07. Say finish. Done. Okay. Now, okay. Now go to application.resources. Here is my properties file, guys. Form data binding. What is there? MVC tag. MVC tags. What tags, guys? MVC tags. That is also done. Close everything, my dear. Done. Go to model class. Dancer is taken here. What is taken? Dancer. Hyderabad is there. Fine. Only to fill the two-way binding. Next. Dancer operations controller. Okay. Show dancer registration form page. What is the method I am taking? Form page. Registration form page. Model attribute. Model attribute. Stud. What is there? Student SC. Oh, it is student. Here we take DNCR, dancer. Are you getting my point? I'm telling if model attribute name is not there, what should I take? Param name you have to take. I keep on saying that statement. Yesterday I have shown that practicals also. After listening entire Ramayana, why you ask Sita is a girl or boy? Mr. Somesh Panda, yesterday I have shown practical. If model attribute is not there for model class object, param name will become model attribute name. Yes or no? I have shown it practically. Okay, that's good. But I'll double confirm. Okay, param name. Yesterday we did one magic. Param name is dancer, class name is also dancer. So which dancer we have given, we don't know, right? So today we do one thing, greatly we do. We'll change it and we'll check. Not the param name. I think we have to go lowercase class name. Let's check. Okay. Here what is there, guys? Dancer. Okay, dancer. DCR. Wantedly I am taking DCR. Because with param name, without param name, we'll check all the permutations, guys. Then ask query properly, na boss. If I don't give model attribute name in @model attribute, what should I give? In form tag. That is what we have to ask, right? Okay. So DCR, wantedly I am taking what? DCR. So model class object data. What is there? DCR. Model class object data DCR. Yeah, listen boss, this is also separate. DCR. Here also I am taking DCR. Oh, everywhere I have to modify you. DCR. Here also DCR. Here also DCR. Are you getting my point there? Okay, that's great. Yeah, here is my dancer. Okay, this is there. Yeah, first change is this one, guys. What is then? This is the first change. Launch form page is launched. Let's go to form page that is being launched, guys. Where is that? SRC main web app, WebINF, pages, dancer underscore register underscore form.jsp. What is there here? Form action register method is equal to what? Form action register method is equal to what, guys? Post. But we want to work with Spring MVC supplied tags. Let's see. At the rate tag lib URI is equal to, what is that? At the rate tag lib URI is equal to, what is there, guys? What is there? Form. Prefix is equal to FRM. Anything you can give, guys. That's great. Here, FRM colon form. Action is equal to register. Method is equal to post. Model attribute is equal to, right now there, what is there? DNCR, not DCR. DCR is the param name. Real model attribute that we have given in the annotation is what? DNCR. That's great. Dancer ID, input type text. You can use type boss, it's not like that. But here what is there? Path is there. But path becomes correct when I take it as a tag. FRM colon input. Okay, if you don't give type, default is text only. Okay, here JSP na very strictly typed. Closing tag should be there means should be there. HTML is like your mother. How many mistakes you do, it will ignore the mistakes, takes the positive things out of you, right? And JSP typing, Java code typing is like father. How much you betterment you do, still it looks for one or other find error for your betterment, right, guys? Yes or no, na? Okay, boss. So that's why JSP tags are strictly typed. HTML tags are not strictly typed. Is loosely typed, guys. Whatever good, it will take. Whatever bad syntax, wrong attributes, wrong tags. It never give error. You are using wrong attribute or what? Wrong tag. Good will be taken, wrong will be ignored. But JSP, until you give good things only, it will keep on telling this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. Understanding my statement, guys? Super. Dancer name, FRM colon input, type text. Here is what? Path. Path slash. FRM colon input, type text. Name address slash. Okay, here also, what is there, guys? Path. Next, FRM colon input, type what? Type text, name this slash. This is nothing but dance form or not, guys? Okay, here I have to change to path. Dancer fee. Input type text, path is equal to fee. Path is equal to fee. Next. Here also I have to use what? FRM colon. FRM colon. Here also slash. Here also slash, guys. Next. Input type submit, value send. Here, unfortunately, we don't have submit button in Spring MVC supplied JSP tag. For submit button, you have to use regular JSP tag, regular HTML traditional tags. Input type reset, for this also not there. Remaining all components we have, but we don't have only for submit and reset. You want to check, you can check. FRM colon, check it out. Submit is there or not there? Reset is there or not there? Clear, boss? So no option. We have to adjust with what? Traditional HTML tag. Anyhow, their binding is not required now. On that submit button, are you going to do any binding with model class object? Are you going to do any binding with the model class object? No. I'm not even going to touch second method, handler method. Everything remains same. Everything remains same. Super, guys. You got the idea? What are the three changes? In model class object, some initial value I have given to fill first binding, one way, one type binding. Second, form launching handler method is taken to so that it will create model class object on the launch of form page, right? Second one. Third one, instead of traditional HTML tags, I started using what? Spring MVC tag to design the form page. These are the three changes compared to previous application. Any confusion, online students? Why we are doing those changes? Why we are adding Hyderabad to the address property? To feel, you support two-way binding. In two-way binding, first binding is what? Model class object to text boxes to feel that I am taking it, right? Second one, when we can feel that when model class object is created on the launch of form page. That's why we import what? First handler method having @model attribute annotation. Yes, boss. But when we can feel taking model class object, reading initial value, putting them in text boxes, come on guys. When we can feel that, we can feel it. We can feel it only when we are dealing with what? Spring MVC supplied JSP tags. We can feel it only when we deal with Spring MVC supplied JSP tags. Right, guys? Run as go to the main method, right click, run as Java application. Started, guys. Here is my form data binding app hyphen MVC tags. Where is that, guys? Welcome to Spring Boot MVC register dancer. What is that? Register dancer, not launched. Why not launched? Let's find out the reason, guys. No problem, we'll study the reason, guys. Unterminated form tag. Yes, I too agree. Form tag is open, but did we close that form tag, guys? Open form tag is taken. Can we close this form tag, guys? FRM : form tag. JSP is strictly typed. At least now you agree with me, guys. JSP is like your father or anyone's father. Okay, right. Now you observe. Welcome page came. Now form launching is coming. Hyderabad is coming here, boss. Arey, don't think that only Hyderabad come. One more use case I will tell. After giving report, I have given edit hyperlink. When I launch the form page, existing value should be displayed in the form components. That time also in two-way binding, first binding is very important. This is simple use case, guys. Showing the default values in the text boxes by collecting from what? Model class object on the launch of form page is a first use case. Second use case, look at edit operation. We click on edit. It will display form page having existing records in the text boxes. In that situation also, this is going to be very useful or not, guys? Okay. Now I'm taking a new data, boss. Okay. Rama. Okay. Classic dancer. 8,900. Click on what button? Send. Yeah. Costly dancer. We are getting the message or not? What still we are passing what, guys? The answer only. That means if no model attribute is taken, what you have to pass is not param name. What you have to pass is class name, lowercase letters of the class name. Lowercase letter. How can you say that, sir? See, what is the param name, guys, in controller class? DCR. But what I passed in data, show underscore result dot JSP, check it out. In show underscore result dot JSP, please check it out what I passed, guys. Dancer. That means I passed lowercase class name or param name. I'm taking my statement back. Somesh Panda, thank you. You made me to change my statement. Okay. So when name not there, what you have to pass is not param name. What you have to pass is what? Lowercase, first letter lowercase class name. First letter lowercase class name. That means that will become default model attribute name. That will become default model attribute name. Convinced, guys? I hope you are feeling the two-way binding. Now I am able to write model class object data to form component on the launch of form page. Binding 1. Okay, when I first submit the form data, okay, form data is stored into model class object. That is binding to. That is simply what? Binding to. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on. Mr. Mohammed, what's your problem, bro? What's your problem? Audio problem, video problem, topic problem. Why are you using emojis? Guys, one emoji, one removal. Now onwards, we follow this screen. Feel your exposure. Type your emotion here. Sir, you want repetition? Type there. Why are you using emojis? Muhammad Mia, what's happening? It happened by mistake. Write that by mistake I touched it. No response. All these are social media warriors only. No, directly cannot ask anything, right? Voice issue, how I will know? If I give emoji, I will know. Can't you type voice issue? Can't I type voice issue? Mia, try to change your attitude. Okay. Fine, boss. See, you cannot blame on the internet issue now onwards. Why? Because they have given me dedicated LAN connection, cable connection, Wi-Fi signal issue, cable, internet not coming here means not coming anywhere in the building. Super na? Super. Okay. Yeah. Tell me here. Let me show that speed once. This much speed is guaranteedly coming, boss. So that's why now onwards stop thinking about what? Net problem, voice problem, this kind of issues. Okay, let it be. One more thing, guys. Okay, I want to show this one more practically. Class name with first letter lowercase becomes what? Model attribute name for model class object if I don't give. Super. In both places, I am not using model attribute name. Am I using, guys? Not. Already not used here. Both places I am not using, guys. Okay. But wantedly I am continuing the old name. Miswantedly. Because I want to make you people to feel the error, nothing else. Run as a Java application, guys. Run as a Java application. Welcome page comes nicely, guys. It's not like that. There is no problem to get. Register, we are getting error. Why error? Okay, without seeing error, I will say that is the error. That's why I go there. What is the one I should use? First letter lowercase class name. What is first letter lowercase class name, guys? Dancer. First letter lowercase class name. I saved it, modified and saved it. Come here. Modified and saved it. Maybe change might have not taken. Yeah, change might have not taken. So what I do is, yeah, because in standalone setup, change won't be taken automatically, guys. We have to restart the application once. How to get the change automatically? That's a big discussion. I'll take up that discussion later, right? Java application here. Come to this, guys. Back. Say refresh, guys. Say register. Now it's coming or not there. So final conclusion is what? If you don't provide name for model attribute in at the rate model attribute annotation, okay, the class name having first letter as lowercase will be taken as default model attribute. Not param name. Param name is not going to work out. I am taking my statement back. Yesterday I thought param name. Why? Because we confused ourselves. Param name and lowercase class name both are going to be the same. Param name and lowercase class name both are going to be the same. Right, boss? Okay. Tell me not. If we don't give what is this? Name to model attribute. Name to model attribute. What, guys? Name to model attribute in at the rate model attribute with respect to what, guys? With respect to model class object. Model class object. Then the model class name, okay, having first letter in lowercase. First letter in lowercase takes as the model attribute. What name, guys? Model attribute name. Model attribute name. Everyone understanding my statement, guys? As the default model attribute. As the default model attribute name. Are you getting my? Come on, everyone. Okay, that's great. Yeah, this is one point. Okay, am I audible, guys? Am I loud and clear? Everyone, please respond. Everyone. Okay. Super. This one point you noticed or not, guys? Clear? Yeah, if model attribute is not taken for model attribute, model class object using at the rate model attribute, what to do? We discussed that part. Okay, now I am going to improvise this form page that is designed by using Spring supplied MVC tags, Spring supplied JSP tags. Improvisation number 1. Okay. Okay. Improvisation number 1. In Spring supplied JSP form tags, default request mode is not get, guys. Default request mode is what? Post. Sir, why should I believe you? Don't believe me. Okay. Say refresh. I hope modifications might have taken. Here, view page resource. What is taken, guys? Okay. Sir. Sir, it might be showing previous one. I know you'll ask that kind of question. I know you are intelligent than me. Okay. Java application. I restarted having changes. Come here. Open this. Everything fresh, ra babu. Okay. What's the port number? 4041. MVC tags. Enter key. Register dancer. Okay. View source. Did I give method earlier? But post is taken na? Point to be noted. So generally we take post and it also post. Do I need to mention it, guys? That is improvisation number one. In traditional HTML tag, in form based default request mode is what? Get. Here is what? Post. Okay, that's great. Number two. Okay, now listen. You are getting a form page on the browser by executing some code in the server side. And you are sending request back to same web application either by clicking on hyperlink or submit button of the form page. Suppose in href we have not given href. Href URL is not given, but you are using hyperlink to generate the request. Similarly, in form, submit button is, what is that? In form, submit button is there, action attribute is not there. What happens, using which URL page is launched, to the same URL it will try to send the request. Suppose form page is launched on the browser using the URL register. Yes. Suppose action attribute is not there in the form page, or href is not there in the hyperlink, but you are clicking them. You are submitting the form, you are clicking on hyperlink. Then what happens, using which URL form is launched, or hyperlink is launched, or web page is launched, to the same URL request will be submitted. To the, madam, listen, madam. Okay. To the same URL request will be submitted. This is very, very important. So far we have not worried about that, but now we have to worry. Why I'm worrying, what is the form launch handler method request path, guys? Register. When form is launched, what is the URL, guys? Register. What is the form submission processing related handler method request path, guys? Only mode is different, right? So when form is launched, if I don't take action attribute, what will be the default request path it will take? Register. What is the default mode? Post. Post mode, register. Do I need to write again register there in action attribute? Bulb glow na, not glow na. I am able to do this because both are matching. If both are not matching, we cannot do this. Yes or no, na? So I can take advantage of that one also, na, boss. See, boss. When I learned first time Spring MVC, which I don't know much about Spring, maybe way back, 10 to 12 years back, maybe before that, I have seen internet code like this. That time I was not aware of action attribute can be ignored. It will take what? Launching URL as what? Action attribute value. I don't know that. I don't know in MVC supply tags, default mode is what? Post. I typed internet code as it is, it's working. If not worked, I would have felt happy. When working, I got a tension. What's happening here? Yes or no? That is not for teaching, even for my own learning. If not worked, I felt right. My theory is right. But it started working. And I got the tension. So the moment I got the tension, you know what I do? I open the source code. When I open the source code, I realized previous URL it is taking as it is in the action attribute by default. Come on. And the default mode it is taking what? Post. You don't know one thing. Lots of working people, those who have 6 years, 7 years experience also, don't know this point. Okay, they take advantage of it, but they say, I'm not bothered. It is working, that's why it's working. Or some people who are a bit sincere, they seriously write action, they seriously write method. But is there any need of writing it, guys? Is there any need of writing it, guys? Okay, check it out. Even action is removed, stopped, because you should not feeling sorry showing from previous execution. That's why even previous browser also I am closing, guys. Okay, to give the feeling. Okay, everything is transparent in practicals, right? Interesting or not, boss? That's great. Come here. What is the one? HTTP localhost 4041 MVC tags enter. This is regular one. This is not at all important for us. Register dancer. It's working, right? That is also not important. Why? Form launching also, which we there. But look at no action attribute. Look at the view source. Slash register came or not. Using which URL form is launched. Same URL has become what? Action attribute value. Using which URL form is launched? This. And same thing has become what? Action URL or not? Why parallel teachings are happening, my dear? You two. Did you find any new improvisation? Please let me know. Our neighbors are not understanding? Black shade? Confused? Confused, huh? Or planning for movie tickets, huh? Then why parallel talkings are happening? Fine. I hope no confusion now. If you keep false prestige, no, you won't get subject. Keep everything, become shameless and learn subject. No, don't know. Understood, not understood, and not understood. It's all about one ignition point will be there. Sometimes it will connect easily, sometimes it takes time. Why? Why it takes time? Basics are wrong, right? Okay. So if once basics are said, everything goes good. 4532 name Mahesh dance form classic next 8900 sent. Output is coming there or not there, guys? Output is coming here or not? I want reply, my dear. What the clarity, my dear? Come on. Super, guys. Can we change Hyderabad? If you want to change, no, while submitting, you can change Hyderabad. All right. Aye. Okay, good observation. Delhi has come now. Only launching time only it is coming. After that, it's changeable, boss. It is definitely changeable, right? Okay. I think you understood these two improvisations. Yeah, now onwards, when you see href attribute without a URL, sorry, anchor tag without href attribute. Next, form without action attribute, don't panic. Using which URL those hyperlink page is launched, that form page is launched to the same URL, hyperlink generated request will go and form submitted request will go. Right? Okay, guys. Yeah. Let's have a look now. In the form page that is designed by Spring MVC supplied JSP tag, the default request mode is what? Post. Giving model attribute is mandatory. Everything is optional, but if request path of form launching handler method is matching with what? Form submission handler method, then placing action URL in action attribute of A form colon form tag is optional because the form launching action, the form launching, the form launching URL itself, what guys? The form launching URL itself will be used as form submission URL, nothing but action URL, right guys? Nothing but action URL. Are you understanding my statement here, boss? Come on, everyone. The form launching URL itself will be used as what? Form submission URL, nothing but action URL. Clear, guys? Got the point, my dear? Come on. Super, guys. See? And nothing is given. Form ID cust something. Action URL register method is equal to post. Internally generated or not, guys? Okay, that's why here no action comma method attributes. No action comma method. Remaining all are regular and same thing na boss. Yeah, here what is there? If you take anchor tag without href attribute, form tag without action attribute, the request URL using which the web page is launched automatically becomes href URL in anchor tag, action URL in form tag. Okay, this is applicable both in, this is applicable both in, where? Both in, where is that? Traditional HTML tags. Both in what guys? Traditional HTML tags and in MVC supplied JSP tags. Traditional HTML tags and MVC supplied JSP. Understood my statement, guys? Come on, everyone. Everything is given. Improvisations also given, guys. Improvisations also given, right? Okay. I think you can do those improvisations. Okay, that's good. We can set form to display hint like Android XML, which automatically disappear when someone clicks the input field. If I tell that you will feel shame. You will die with that shame, you know, mister. That is no way related to okay, JSP Spring Boss. That's a basic feature in what? HTML. What is that? Placeholder. What is that? Mr. Firoz Mia. You forgot that basic feature, my dear. Okay, let's see. In traditional HTML, that is there, right? Fine, guys. Where is this? Here, I think these are JSP tags, na? Placeholder might be not available. Let's see some alternate for that. Alternate for that. On blur. Okay. Key down, key up. Size, tab index, title, no namespace. Yeah. Here they have not given boss. But in traditional HTML, it is possible. Maybe in coming days they may improvise, but as of now they have not done. But similar effect I can give, guys. What is that? Similar effect I can give. That is title. Okay. Takes name. Takes name. Similar effect I can bring. Save this. Take this. Run on server. Oh. It's possible in traditional HTML tag. Placeholder is the simple one. Come to this home page. Done. Done. Yeah, see, takes name. Title is there to give suggestion when mouse is over that. You keep the mouse over there, takes name. Here, this is there. In traditional HTML, both are there. In traditional HTML, we have both. Placeholder is there. What is there, guys? Title is there. Both are there. Fine. I hope you will do practicals. Fine. That's a enjoyment in learning web application, because daily we see so many things. We expect that in that process, subject learning curiosity will increase. But same maza will not come when you learn backend, database. Backend you won't get this one. But when you learn something related to presentation, front end, middleware, definitely so many curiosity things will be there to learn. What is the difference between designing form page, okay, form page using traditional HTML tags? What, guys? Traditional means regular HTML tags. Traditional HTML tags and Spring MVC supplied JSP form tags. Yeah, main difference is that supports one-way binding, this supports two-way binding. That supports one-way binding, this supports what? Two-way binding. Clear, guys? Got it? Traditional HTML form tag. These tags are given by W3C. These tags are given by Spring MVC framework, Pivotal team. Pivotal is the company name who created Spring. These tags support one-way data binding when they are used in Spring MVC application, form data to model class. These tags support two-way data binding when they are used in Spring MVC application, form data to model class object and vice versa. Default request method for form page is what? Get. Default request method for form page is what? Get. Default request method for form page is what? Post. Are you getting my point? These tags are not strictly typed. These tags are what? Strictly typed. Got it, guys? These tags are not case sensitive. These tags are very much case sensitive. All HTML JSP differences can be used in HTML programming and also in what? JS. Can be used only in what? JSP programming. I think all the differences are given or not given. Main difference is one-way binding, two-way binding. Next, default mode. Default mode. Remaining all are HTML JSP differences only. Don't think much. Remaining all differences are HTML JSP differences. These two are very, very important. Okay. But we have to add 1 point extra. That's great. At least 1 point. That gives the feeling we are improvising analysis continuously, right? Anything. I talked this many things now. Can you add 1 more point on it? Action oral is optional. You know, cold-blooded murder. I have given note also. This works both in traditional HTML tags and what? MVC supplied JSP tag. How can you say only one side, Ra? Did I ask matchings or differences? Then why are you expecting matching from me? Closing tag at strictly typed. What the meaning, Ra? Strictly typed covers everything, Ra Babu. FRM prefix is required. No. Yeah. Tags are given for submit button, comma, reset button. What button? Reset button. Okay, guys. G. Okay. No tax for submit and reset button. Okay. GH. No support for writing placeholder. Supports writing of placeholder text. Supports the writing of placeholder text. Yeah, tell me next one. Does not support the writings of placeholder text. Yes, one guys, come on everyone. Super guys. Placeholder, but we can use title. Title is different, placeholder is different. Okay. Path in JSP tags for property name in model class. Same. Their name here path. That's not a good thing. We take name attribute in HTML. If I start talking like this, every attribute one difference will come. Are talk about major differences, Rababu. Fine. I think you enjoyed this part also, guys. What are the two important things we learned today? Three important things. Number one, no name for model attribute, class name, first letter, lowercase. Point number one. Don't design forms by using HTML, traditional HTML tag. Prefer using what? Spring MVC tag. Number three, default request mode in Spring MVC supplied JSP forms based form page is what? Post. And what is there? Action attribute can be made optional if we give form launching request path and form submission request path same. Right? Okay. Super. With this, form designing is also done. Okay. I think we got maximum knowledge. Okay. But still one small point is there to go for mini project. So when form data coming, you are storing into model class object using in the handler method. But if hyperlinks are sending additional data by appending query string to the URL, so I have to teach request param binding or not. I need to teach request param binding or not, guys. Definitely we need to learn how to deal with what? Request param binding. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Yes, sir. Okay. Super. Let's see. Let me upload the document. Did I do the workspaces so far? Yeah. Any days to start JRT? Fine. Okay. Give me a few days time. I will update. Yeah. So let's see. Here is my 7 a.m. guys. Let's see. Here is my 7 a.m. Workspace checking, guys. Workspace already given it seems. Recently only I have given. Long back. Classroom applications are not uploaded. I think 2-3 days back only I have given. Right. Ashok, how many sessions remain? I always say same thing. 120 minus plus completed sessions plus 7. Don't count initial 7 days. Okay. Okay, guys. 16, this one? Yeah, 16.8. Yes, Facebook workspace checking. I hope everyone uploaded Facebook workspaces. Okay, no, I don't check at the end of the session. I'll check at the beginning of the session. Tomorrow, suddenly I will surprise, right? Yeah, where is our one? Spring Boot MVC. After that, what guys? File upload. Then, yeah, where is this? 1102 MVC. What is today's date? 4th. Yeah, right. 4th or 5th? I have to change this one to 5th. Right? Save open. Getting my point there, guys. Come on, everyone. So, is that clear? Super. Yeah, this is about the whole process, guys. Come on. Okay. Fine. All I think all are shared. Saturday, Sunday topics also there. Right. Tools. I think this Saturday, Sunday you are busy, right? Acha, one thing I want to ask. Few people who are attending from US, Mexico, Israel. These people they requested. Is it possible to conduct the Saturday workshop session in the evening hours? Instead of morning, can I take the evening session? Saturday evening, boss. Both in the evening hours. Can I, online student, can you respond? Yes? Okay. Saturday evening 5 p.m. Sunday evening 5 p.m. Okay. Saturday morning regular class is there or not there? I will tell tomorrow. Okay. Mostly will be there. Mostly will be there. Okay. If not there, I'll update tomorrow. Okay. Saturday 5. You want 5 p.m. or 7 p.m.? No. US students, online students, US student, foreigners. You respond. In your country, what will be the time? No, 5 p.m. or 7 p.m. Only two options I am giving. No other options. 5 p.m. or 7 p.m. Yes, Saturday regular class also will be there. Mostly regular class also will be there, regular topic, along with that extra topic. I think 7 p.m. demand is more. 7 p.m. okay for you people? You don't have any other sessions? Right. Okay. Saturday, the timing is 7 p.m. Sunday also the timing I will make sure that 7 p.m. Right? Both days 7 p.m. common topic. Whether it is commons link or workshop link, tomorrow we will get the clarity. Okay? Super. Thank you guys. Have a nice time. We'll meet tomorrow.